Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be going over the MLB slate on DraftKings and Yahoo for Thursday, May 9th. I'm just going to be doing a video for the main slate today. There is an early slate, a 5-game early slate, but I'm not going to be covering that today, just doing the main slate, 5-game main slate as well. We'll take a look at DraftKings and Yahoo, look at some of the pitchers I'll be targeting on this slate. We'll work our way through the player pool. I'll give my 5 plays, 2 pitchers I really like, and then 3 hitters I'll be targeting. We'll talk about some stacks, and then at the end of the video, we'll look at some BVP plays. Just before we do get started, guys, I would appreciate it if you would drop a like on the video, and if you are new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button down below, so that way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. We're going to go ahead and start off at pitcher today. Rich Hill is the most expensive option on DraftKings. He gets a matchup at home against the Nationals, and he's $9,700. Rich Hill is probably one of my favorite pitchers to pay up for in this top tier price range. Him and Mike Soroka are the 2 guys that I really like. Mike Minor against Houston, even though Minor's been really good this year, and as of late, I think I'm going to be staying away from Mike Minor. It's just such a tough matchup against a really good Houston offense that just has so many good guys that can hit, or so many good hitters that can hit lefties well, like Altuve, Bregman, Correa, Springer. Just really good hitters, so I'll be avoiding Minor. Corbin as well is in a really tough spot against the Dodgers. It's a really good Dodgers lineup, a lineup that doesn't have a ton of strikeouts in it. Guys that can hit lefties well as well, like Kike Hernandez, Justin Turner, even like Freeze, pretty decent versus lefties. And even though Corbin will be facing a couple lefties, they're not the easiest outs. Corey Seager, a really good hitter. Cody Bellinger, a really good hitter. Max Muncy, a good hitter as well. So, tough spot for Corbin. 2 guys I really like are Rich Hill and Soroka. Soroka's probably my favorite because he's a lot cheaper than Hill, $700 cheaper on DraftKings. I really like him at $9K. If we look at the Yahoo pricing, Hill is at $43 and Soroka is at $40. I still think Soroka's a good play for $3 cheaper. So I really like this spot for Mike Soroka pitching against the Diamondbacks. This is a pretty bad Diamondbacks lineup. Not a ton of good hitters in this lineup. Plenty of strikeouts as well for Mike Soroka. When we look at the bottom of this lineup, there's a lot of Ks when you get towards the bottom, like the 6 through 9, the 5 through 9. Top of the lineup's a bit scary. Jared Dyson, good contact hitter, will steal bases as well. Eduardo Escobar, David Peralta, Adam Jones are pretty good hitters. Christian Walker's been a pretty good hitter this year, but he will still strike out quite a bit. Ketel Marte's been improving this year, but he will still K a bit. Nick Ahmed's not the best hitter. Carson Kelly's not a good hitter. You got the pitcher in there. Low total for the D-backs as well, a 3.9 implied run total. So I really like Soroka here. I think he has a lot of upside. He's been pitching very well as of late. We look at the game log, 24, 28, and 28 DraftKings points the last 3 games. He's been getting Ks as well, 6, 7, 8, and 6 strikeouts in all 4 games that he's pitched this year. I think we could see Soroka go 6 innings with like 7 or 8 strikeouts. Maybe gives up a run or 2, but I think he's able to pick up a win and get you 25 DraftKings points. So I really like him at 9K. He's one of my favorite pitchers to go to on this night slate. And then for an SP2, I think Wade Miley makes a lot of sense as a cheap SP2. He's one of the cheaper available options on the slate. He's only $6,800 on DraftKings, and he's actually the cheapest available pitcher on Yahoo at $30. Really like Wade Miley here against this Texas team that is going to be rolling out a lot of lefties. Chu, Mazzara, Gallo, Odor, all in the projected lineup, all lefties. 4 lefties for Wade Miley. He is much better versus lefties. He struggles a bit with righties, but a lot of the righties in this lineup you're not really that scared of, especially towards the bottom of the lineup. Cabrera, Forsythe, Mathis, not the best hitters. Hunter Pence is not the best hitter, even though he's shown a lot of power this year. I don't really buy into that. Andrus is a pretty good hitter, so I guess he would be the one concern, but I do like Wade Miley quite a bit here. Low total for the Rangers as well, just a 4 implied run total. This team does struggle outside of Globe Life Park when they're on the road. The Rangers don't seem to hit the ball as well. So I think Miley makes a lot of sense as a cheap SP2 that you can consider on the slate. He's a guy that I'll be looking to quite a bit today. But then going to my hitters, starting off at first base, I do like the Braves quite a bit on this main slate versus Luke Weaver. Weaver is a guy that I do want to stack against here, even though the Braves have a lower total of just 4.2 runs. I think Weaver can be beat in this spot. This Braves lineup is just so good. A lot of good hitters, a lot of guys that don't strike out, especially the 1 through 4. That's where I really like this Braves stack, maybe even the 1 through 5. You could look to, if you want to throw Swanson in there, you could do that. But two guys I really like are Albies and Freeman. Albies at second base, 4,800 on DraftKings, and I think he's $18 on Yahoo. Yeah, $18. Really like Ozzie Albies today, leading off versus Luke Weaver. Albies just been so good this year from both sides of the plate, whether it's a lefty or a righty. He's been hitting the ball very well. He can steal bases, has a lot of upside. And I think Weaver did dominate against the Braves earlier this year. I don't expect that to happen again. I think the Braves can get to Luke Weaver in this spot, so I really like going to some of these Braves bats. Albies in particular, leading off at second base. One of the guys I really like from this lineup. And also Freddie Freeman at 4,600 on DraftKings, and at first base, $19 I like as well to go along with to go along with my Brave stacks. I will be looking to the 1 through 4, like I said, Albies, Donaldson, Freeman, Acuna. Those are the guys I really like. You could obviously go to Markakis or Swanson. You could include them as well. I just think this Braves lineup is in a good spot, top to bottom. Mostly going to be focused on the top 4, top 5. Freeman and Albies, two of the guys that I do really like quite a bit. And to finish out my DraftKings plays, Alex Bregman is a guy that I like a lot, 4,700 on DK. His price has dropped a bit. I like this matchup for him versus Mike Minor, getting to face a lefty. Minor's been good lately. He's been good this year. But still, I do want to target some of these Astros bats, a 5.1 implied run total versus Minor. So many good hitters in this lineup. When you get to this top of this lineup, it's just really tough for Mike Minor. Springer, Altuve, Bregman, Correa can all hit lefties very well. And all of them are relatively affordable on DK. They all saw their prices drop for this matchup. So I'll be looking at Bregman at 4,700. I think Altuve at 4,300 makes sense. Correa at 4,200. These are guys you could definitely look to. Even Springer at 5K I think is worth that price tag. Just really like some of the Astros bats here, specifically Alex Bregman on DK at 4,700. If we go over to Yahoo, Bregman is 24. He's pretty expensive. It's a little tough to get to him on Yahoo. So I like going down to Matt Carpenter. Matt Carpenter only $13. I think he's a really good play here versus Joe Musgrove. Really like Carpenter in this spot, facing a righty and Musgrove, who has been good this year, has been improving, but is still not a pitcher that I really believe in, that I think you can definitely target against. We do see that in the run total here. Vegas giving the Cardinals a 4.7 implied run total. Some of these Cardinals bats are really cheap as well, specifically Carpenter and Goldschmidt. I like a ton. They're cheap on both sites. They're cheap on DK and on Yahoo. And I like Carpenter a lot leading off. I've been targeting this guy a ton lately. Even though the results haven't shown it, he's still hitting the ball pretty hard, making good solid contact. One of these days he's going to get the ball over the fence. All these line drives that he's hitting, one of them is going to get over the fence, and it could have happened today. So I like him quite a bit on Yahoo at $13. He looks like one of the better third basemen if you need a value play there. But that's it for my Yahoo plays and for my DraftKings plays. Now we'll talk about some stacks that I'll be going to on this night slate, and then we'll look at some BVP plays. So DraftKings is actually including the 6:30 game between the Yankees and Mariners. That game is on their main slate. Yahoo does not have that game on the main slate. Theirs starts at 7:45 and is 4 games. DraftKings is 5 games. Talking about DraftKings, since they have the extra game, I do like the Yankees here as a stack versus Mike Leake. I think they are definitely a team you can target in Yankee Stadium. 5.1 implied run total. I like me some Yankees bats here. I like some Astros versus Mike Minor. The Astros are definitely a team that I'm going to be looking to. Even though Minor has been good lately, I do like some Astros bats. I like some Braves bats versus Luke Weaver. I think the Braves are in a pretty good spot here versus Weaver, and I think they're going to kind of go overlooked. So Yankees, Astros, Braves, teams you could look to. And also, don't want to forget some of these Cardinals bats, specifically like Carpenter and Goldschmidt, because they're so cheap. Those are two guys I really like on both sides. On DraftKings, though, do want to throw the Yankees in there. Can't play the Yankees on Yahoo, but on DK, I think they're a pretty good stack, and they're relatively affordable. Besides like Voit and Sanchez, you got plenty of value in this Yankees lineup. So those are some of the stacks that I'll be going to on this main slate. Now let's talk about some BVP before we end the video. DJ LeMahieu, 5 for 12 off Mike Leake. Tim Beckham, 7 for 22, 2 home runs off J.A. Happ. George Springer, 6 for 17 off Mike Minor. Yuli Gurriel, 6 for 15, 2 home runs off Mike Minor. Sin-Soo Choo, 3 for 11 off Wade Miley. Austin Barnes, 3 for 10, 2 home runs off Patrick Corbin. And Justin Turner really hit Corbin well, 12 for 29, 5 extra base hits, and 2 home runs. So I would say a BVP play for today, if you believe in BVP, is probably Justin Turner versus Corbin. But I think that's it for BVP, guys. I think that's it for the video. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully it did help you. If you enjoyed the video, just make sure you click that like button down below. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. And if you do have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Or like always, you can hit me up on Twitter at the DFS_GOAT. Feel free to message me there if you do have any questions. But yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I do really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Good luck tonight. Peace.